Hi, my name is Eric Heerman and I'm doing a video series on how to support a more innovative work culture by leveraging smart work principles. In this first video focusing on human centricity, I would like to share a few insights that I've had since starting to work with design thinking. A few years ago I founded a startup and one of the lead investors also happened to have a company that was providing design thinking services to some of Germany's largest corporations. Through working with him and his team, I learned to appreciate and love design thinking. And if you're familiar with design thinking, one of its main principles is empathy. So the way design thinking works is that on top of the basic building blocks which we usually see in IT, which is, does it make sense to the business and is it technically feasible? It adds another dimension on top, which is focused around human desirability. Anybody that's ever implemented an IT project that made sense for the business and was well executed from a technology point of view will know that if it's had low adoption and the users didn't actually use the solution, it still doesn't deliver value to anyone. So what I would recommend is to always make sure that you have personas and input, discussions, interviews with people, representatives from each of these stakeholder groups. So the C-level people, the middle managers, the people taking care of actually implementing the solutions, managing the teams, and then of course the users who are unfortunately often left out of these discussions and then get a fully finalized solution presented to them and told that they have to use it. So what I've come to realize is having a 360-degree view of all these personas in a certain situation and where they're trying to get to makes it much, much easier and rewarding to find a solution together with them. Working in this way, really taking the time to connect and understand the people that I work with makes a huge difference to how I feel about the work that I'm doing. I think the best way I can describe it is it has a purpose, it makes sense. You know why you're trying to solve this problem because you know at the end of it there's going to be a person maybe that's out and about visiting customers and they will have an app that is that much more fluid or that much more robust and able to work without cellular connection because you took the time to ask them and you knew that they don't always have coverage, as a small example. Now, a detail I would like to add on this is that human centricity doesn't mean that our only interest is people and their well-being and that everything else takes second place to that. Obviously, sustainable ecological practices as a part of these kinds of frameworks is essential and we should be looking always at ways how we can reduce our impact on the environment, our negative impact, or actually ideally enhance the living conditions on this planet. Accenture has published a very interesting research report on this topic titled Human-Centered Business. I'd like to share some of the thoughts from that report, which I will link below this video. Studying what people did is outdated. Understanding why people do what they do is the future. Today's businesses can't be guided by yesterday's strategies. Today's challenges are different. They are human challenges. They require human-centered responses and business strategies grounded not just in past precedent and data, but also in the confidence that comes from establishing human connections. I hope this video has been of interest for you and that you can derive value from it. I'm very much looking forward to your thoughts and feedback. I will also be adding a poll to this video, so please take a few minutes to take part if you can. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video, which will be about community and why it's so important to have a strong community both inside and outside our company in order to be more successful.